Hello everyone, happy Thursday. I am so excited to be here with you today. We are making a steak and potato skillet. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to share this recipe with you. And if you'd like the recipe, just comment below and let me know and I will pop it over to you. So we're going to just dive right in because I'm kind of hungry and I'm really excited to eat this. So we're not going to hang around and wait too long. Let's get into it. I'm also going to show you how to roast some asparagus in the air fryer. I haven't done this in a while live for you guys, so I wanted to show you that it's really versatile. Our air fryer can do lots of different things, not just like making pizzas and tater tots and chicken and things like that, but it also is really great at roasting veggies. All right, so up front right here, I have got my stainless nonstick skillet, my 12-inch stainless nonstick skillet, and it's got that beautiful hex-clad pattern in there. So I've got those nonstick qualities, but I still am going to get a nice sear on my meat. So my protein here, I had, is it a sirloin steak? Maybe one of the ones that was on sale. You know what? I think they may be mock tenders. Don't quote me on that. But so I patted them dry, put a little oil on, and today I am using my crushed peppercorn and garlic seasoning. Now the recipe calls for black garlic, but I don't have black garlic, so we're gonna substitute in the crushed peppercorn and garlic. It is one of my favorites, especially for steak. Never let me down before, so I think it's going to be a really great substitution for this recipe. So my steak has been hanging out back here for probably about half an hour. I went ahead and cubed it up, put some of the oil, put some of that seasoning on there, and it has just been sort of marinating and hanging out in that seasoning. Now, one reason that I wanted to just let it hang out for a little while is sort of to bring it up to closer to room temperature so it'll cook more evenly and cook a little bit quicker too when it goes on. Now, I do have a lot because I did make some extra because my kids are steak fiends. So instead of having a pound, I have about 2 pounds here. So I'm going to be working in batches as well, so I can get everything cooked. And another thing, not wanting to overcrowd the pan. That way I can get that beautiful sear that I'm looking for, and the meat just doesn't sit there and steam in its own juices. I want nice, crisp cook on that. So I've got this over medium-high heat because I really want a nice sear on that. All right, while my pan is heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and deal with these potatoes. So I got one of those bags of little honey gold potatoes, and I sliced them in half. So to this, I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of water, and I'm going to season aggressively with some salt. There we go. Because potatoes don't really carry a whole lot of flavor with them, so they're going to need some help. So I'll toss that around in there. And now these bad boys are going to go in the microwave. Let me grab the lid. And probably should have grabbed that earlier. So this lid, this is the 3-quart micro cooker, and this is one of my favorites to use to make my cook time and prep a little bit easier. So in here, I can make spaghetti. I do, when the kids want that blue box mac and cheese, I cook the mac and cheese in here. It makes like 2, maybe 3 packets of ramen all at one time I can do in here. Steaming veggies is really quick and easy. It is very versatile. Rice, pasta, all that good stuff. Now, with rice and pasta, if you ever try to cook that in the microwave, you know it has a tendency to boil over. It does the same thing on the stovetop as it would in the microwave. It's all that starch, when it starts to cook, bubbles up a lot. So what's really neat about the 3-quart micro cooker, and this is a feature that's only on the 3-quart micro cooker, is it has a 2-piece lid to it. And this bottom part here is a little bit concave. I don't know, you really can't tell that on the video, but it's a little bit concave, so it kind of comes down in just a very slight cone, and that is what's used to help break up the surface tension when you're cooking pasta and stuff in there. So when it starts to bubble over, it hits that lid there, and it can't bubble up anymore. And then this part of the lid is sort of designed to catch anything that comes up and then send it right back down into the pan. You see it's got these little vent holes here and here at the bottom, so it'll bubble up through the vents and then it'll just drip back down in there, so it's not all over your microwave. It's a very important feature. Because what's the point of cooking in the microwave if you then have to clean the microwave? There's no fun. Alrighty, so this pan is nice and hot, so I'm gonna throw some oil in here, and I'm using my oil dispenser. It's got these two little buttons on the side, and bring this up nice and close. And I give that a squeeze, and the oil comes up, and it's got my measure marks here, so I've got about a tablespoon in there. Put that oil in, just like that. Love that little guy. All right, we're gonna move this around the pan. There we go. And we're gonna add our steak in here. We're gonna add about half. Again, I'm working in batches because I don't want to overcrowd my pan, and I want to give these guys enough space to really get a nice cook on them. So once I get them in here, I'm not going to move them around too much. Put 1 or 2 in there. There we go. That should be good for our first batch. All right, so while this is cooking, into the microwave is going to go our potatoes. 5 minutes, you guys. And that's going to start the cooking process. So what we're going to do is once the steak is done, it's going to be full of juices from the steak. It's going to have some fond in there. We're going to take those potatoes, drain off the water, and then toss them in some butter and all of these steak juices. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. Give me 1 second. Because I am working in batches, I'm going to have my insulated bowl handy. So when the steak is ready, I can just pop it over here in the bowl and just have them sitting to the side and waiting for everything to get done. So it all comes together beautifully. All right, while all of this is getting ready, let's work on some more veggies, shall we? All right, so I've got my asparagus, and it comes in a bunch, usually like this. I've got it, washed off already. Now, when you are roasting asparagus, this part up here is nice and tender. It's got a beautiful flavor to it. This part down here, the stem, is a little unpleasant and fibrous and not fun to eat, okay? But when you're looking at this bunch, they're all about the same size. Now you could just guesstimate and cut them about halfway up, or you could use a more scientific method and just elect a representative out of all of these. This guy looks to be about the same size as everybody else. Hold them from the top and the bottom, give them a bend and break. That natural break point there is where you want to toss this out and keep this bit here, because this is the good stuff. Now this was actually not that long. I'm not going to lose all that much there of my asparagus. It's very exciting. All right, so grab your knife, and you're going to use him as a ruler now. So you put him back in line and make sure his head lines up with the rest of them. I'm going to move my rubber band down a little bit, and it'll help to hold the bottom in place. And we're going to slice it right above that. There we go. All right, so all these are good. Don't need that rubber band anymore. There we go. And for this part, this makes great veggie stock. So don't throw this out. stick it in a Ziploc bag, pop it in your freezer, and then when the holidays get here, which is like next month, like a week away, can you believe that? This is insane, that we are like staring at November already. But when you have your bag full, you take your veggie scraps out, throw them in a big pot full of water, let it cook, get all of the flavor out of your veggies, and great homemade stock. All right, that's over to the side. All right, let's take a look at this steak here. And I'm going to use my saute tongs. These little guys are great for picking up those individual pieces. All right, and look at that. You see the color on that steak there? Doesn't that look awesome? Ah, don't go there. All right, so we're gonna flip all these guys and let them cook on the other side. Now, if you are anything like me when you're cutting these by hand, it probably wasn't perfectly even. So keep an eye on the little pieces because they will cook faster than your bigger pieces. Okay. There we go. So I get all these guys flipped over. Probably could have had Sam do this. But all right, once we get all of our pieces flipped, we're gonna let it hang out for another like 2 or 3 minutes. Put that guy in the middle. There we go. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can hear that sizzle. Smells so good. All right, let's let that hang. Our potatoes are done. So let us deal with this asparagus real quick. All right, in here, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of my oil. There we go. And I'm gonna put some of this steak seasoning on there. Just right on there. And I'm using probably a little less than a tablespoon. Alright, let's see here. I'll just toss these around. Right in here. Get that oil and that seasoning on all the bits. Don't stand that close, honey. That grease is popping.
It smells good.
Oh, that's great. It smells good from over there. Alright, so I'm going to cook these on my small bar pan. And this actually fits in our air fryer. So I'm going to layer this up because I don't want to use 2 pans. I know, it's so lazy, but that's okay. When it's about halfway through the cook time, I'll just go in, toss things around a little bit, and it'll be fine. So I actually used one of the coating trays to mix everything up in. So again, multiple uses. I love things to have multiple uses. All right, so this is going to go into the air fryer. I'm going to turn it to the roast setting. It's already defaults to 10 minutes for 375 degrees, and I'm just going to hit start. And so now that is doing its thing. All right, let's grab these. I put bigger spatula than that. That was tedious. All right, so now our steak is done. I'm just going to take this and just pop it right in here. Got some beautiful color on that. Beautiful, beautiful color. All right. I'm going to add a little bit more oil to the pan. There we go. And add the rest of this steak in. Alright, now spread this out, because again, we don't want it crowded. We want to get nice color on all of these pieces. So we want to make sure that it's got enough room to brown up beautifully. And again, you'll notice that I'm not over here fussing with it. I'm just letting the meat do what it does, okay? Just leave it alone. Let it get some really nice contact with the pan. And it's going to create that beautiful sear that we want on it. Amberelle says brown food is good food. So we want to get those beautiful bits on there. All right, let's go ahead, pull out our potatoes. We're going to go ahead and get these drained so they will be ready when the steak is done. So these are not fully, completely cooked, but they are well on their way. So once we add them to the skillet, it's just going to start sucking up all the flavor and the juices from the skillet, the butter that we're going to add in there. It's going to be a beautiful thing. All right. So, no steak dinner is complete without a sauce. So let's put together a white steak sauce, okay? Now it's going to start with 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. Now you'll notice on the recipe, I did change it up a little bit because I love sauce. I love sauce. So we just kind of 1.5 times the recipe. So I'm using 3/4 of a cup. But you know, you guys, you can cook, you can double this and keep it in your fridge for up to a week. All right, getting a little too hot here. Give that a shake. There we go. I'm going to turn my heat down just a touch because it is moving just a little too fast. And I don't want these to burn. I want to get some nice color, but I don't want burnt steak either. It's a very delicate balance. One day, y'all, I'm getting in these stovetop. One day. One day I will finally decide on what I want. I've been eyeing induction stovetops because I love the more control you get as far as like temperature is concerned and all that. But not all of my pans are induction pans. And I really do love my double burner grill pan. And they haven't made that in an induction. So, but I do have a cast iron grill pan now, so I could survive. But I'm just not there yet. One day, maybe. One day. If they come out with a cast iron double burner grill, hint, hint, Paper Chef, nudge, nudge, everybody hashtag that for me so we can get the ball rolling on that. And the product and development team on point with that one. All right. There we go. That looks good. That looks good. Give that maybe 2 more minutes. By the time we finish up the sauce, that should be ready and we can throw in our potatoes. All right. So 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. We're going to add 1.5 tablespoons of milk. And that is really just to sort of thin this bad boy out. You could use half and half if you have it. I didn't. That's why we didn't. You could probably even use mayonnaise if you don't have sour cream. I haven't tried it with mayonnaise. But you might be able to. Alrighty. So, I need a bigger counter space. See if we can make this happen. Pop this open. And I'm just going to toss around my asparagus just a little bit. Move the guys from the bottom up towards the top so everybody can cook a little evenly there. Now I do like my asparagus with just a little bit of a crunch still. Kind of heated through, but not like completely limp. So I am doing 10 minutes. If you like it a little bit more cooked, you may want to do like 12 to 14 minutes. It is all up to you. All right. So we got the milk in here with the sour cream. We're going to add in a tablespoon and a half of in here somewhere. Somewhere is my tablespoon measure, teaspoon measure. We will use this guy. So this is the mini Measure All cup, and it has tablespoon measurements and teaspoon measurements on here. So this is just what we'll use today. So I want about a teaspoon and a half, and just a skosh more because I'm making extra. And this is Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. As you can't do a steak sauce without a little Worcestershire. And last but not least, a tablespoon of our crushed peppercorn and garlic. And again, I'm using crushed peppercorn and garlic because I didn't have any of the black garlic seasoning, but if you have black garlic seasoning, that's what you want to use in place of this. All right. Give that a big old stir. If this is looking good to you, share it to your timeline so you can find it easy. Tag a friend if you think that they would enjoy making this recipe. Better yet, invite them over and y'all make it together. Get all the ingredients and then you can just rewind the video and you can watch and we can all cook together. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? All right, so our steak is ready to go. So we'll just hang our lid right there. We're going to grab these steaks. There we go. Now, as they're resting, they're still cooking, so I am not cooking these well done. I'm cooking these to be about medium because I know that they're going to carry over and hang out over here a little bit more. Alrighty. So into this beautiful pan with all of these bits here, oh my goodness, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay. I'm going to get this melted. There we go. While that is sizzling. There we go. Give that a little taste. Oh my gosh. It's really good. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. That is crazy good. Crazy, crazy, crazy good. Okay. All right. So using just the tip end of my spatula, I'm just kind of working along the bottom of the pan, scraping up all of those bits of flavor and working that butter in. All right. Now we're going to add those taters. Ooh, there we go. All right, give them a little shake and turn them cut side down because that is where they're going to be absorbing all that flavor. And we get a nice little crust on them too. That'll be so good. There we go. All right, so we haven't talked much about the air fryer tonight. Love me the air fryer. It is probably the one, now I do use my pressure cooker a lot, but my pressure cooker has not reached countertop level status because, you know, space is a premium on my countertop, but my air fryer stays here 24/7. And I love it because it's easy to use. I have taught my kids how to use it safely so far, no problems. As a matter of fact, I actually prefer them to use the air fryer over the microwave because the microwave sits over the stove and they're still kind of short. but the air fryer sits on the countertop, so I feel like it's the safer appliance for them to use when they are coming home after school and wanting a snack and all that stuff. So they know how to throw like frozen chicken nuggets or chicken tenders in there. They know how long to cook it. Even those like little square Totino's pizzas. I don't know if you guys ate those when you were growing up, but they still make them and they're still delicious, and the kids know how to pop those in the air fryer and cook those. Pop those in the air fryer and they cook those when they get home from school for snacks and stuff like that. And so it's great. It's great because Mama doesn't have to do it. So one less thing Mama has to do when the kids are home from school. Works out really great. All right, let's take a look at that asparagus, shall we? Oops. Beautiful. Doesn't that look awesome? It's quite lovely, quite lovely. There we go. And if you wanted to be like real fancy, we could throw on a little balsamic glaze to it. And yes, I am one of those people that keeps balsamic glaze in there. I mean, doesn't everybody, right? Just keep balsamic glaze in there. Now look at that. Ugh. Ooh. Delish, delish, delish. All that's missing is the big pieces of flaky salt to throw on there. I don't have fancy salt yet. I'm getting it. One day, one day. All right. That is looking good. What do you think? I just want to give these just another minute or two. See. That's pretty fork tender, actually. That feels good to me. So by cooking them in the microwave for 5 minutes, they're pretty well close to done, and they're little potatoes, so they don't take long. What I wanted to do was just get them in the pan and soaking up and feeling all of that amazing steak juices and seasonings and whatnot. So now I'm going to throw the steak back in the pan, toss everything together. There we go. Yep, get back in there. There we go. And now we have this beautiful steak and potato skillet. What do you guys think? Who's going to be trying this one, huh? There we go. Just a little bit of that white sauce drizzled over the top. Let's plate it up because, you know, we got to throw it on the gram, right? Alrighty. We get some of our asparagus here. One day I'll learn how to do this professionally. Get a nice plating of stuff. I just put it on there how it makes sense to me. Alright. So the air fryer, I don't know if you guys know this, but the air fryer is one of the appliances that is available in our new consultant kits. And this being our 44th anniversary month, we are offering 44% off of all of our appliance, well actually 44% off of 4 of the 5 of our new consultant kits. So if the air fryer is something that you've been thinking about, or something that you'd like to give as a gift or something like that, then try out the business, you know, have a couple parties, you know, and see how it goes. Just give it a try. You might find that you like it. Plus, you have the opportunity to not only earn your investment back, so you can end up, you know, definitely coming out of the whole thing with cash in pocket. You can save up for Christmas. That's why I started 11 years ago, was to earn cash for Christmas. We were just in one of those phases of life where there was more month than money. And, you know, I talked to my husband, let's give it a try, see what happens. And I earned a couple $100, was able to get Christmas presents. And I just stuck with it because I'm like, hey, you know, if I can do this for Christmas, then, you know, I can earn a little extra cash so I can go get my nails done when I want to, so I don't feel guilty about having a Starbucks, or on those nights I don't want to cook and it's not in the budget. Paper Chef can pay for a pizza night, you know? That was the kind of thing that I did. And I was working full time then. I'm still working full time, even 11 years later. But I love how it just helps provide those little extras for me and my family. That is the part that I love about it. So if it's something that you want to talk about, pop a message down in the comments, shoot me a private message. I would love to talk to you more about it, and we'll see how it would fit for you. You never know. It could be something that you fall in love with just like I did. Oh, let me turn this. I don't want to cook this anymore. Off the spatula. There we go. There. Yep, the plating has gone sideways, but that's okay. We'll pretty it up for the Insta in a minute. There we go. And of course, drizzle on some of that beautiful sauce. There we go. Steak and potatoes with roasted asparagus. What do you think? Throw it in the comments. Let me know if this is something that you're going to try in your house. And when you do, you have to take a picture and share it to me, tag me in it, because I want to see how it comes out for you in your kitchen. Now, if you don't have the Paper Chef seasoning, shoot me a message. We'll talk about what substitutions that you can put together, what you have available in your own kitchen or maybe at your supermarket that would work as a really great substitution for the seasoning. But don't let the seasoning hold you back. And go ahead and try this in your kitchen, and it will be awesome. Okay, now before you go, there's still some really exciting news to let you know about. The first is the stoneware sale. Right now through the end of the month, stoneware is on sale. So if you have been eyeing pieces of stoneware, whether it's the mini bar pan, the pizza stone, the deep covered baker, the pie plate, I think that's the proper name for it, a pie plate, or any of the other stoneware pieces, they are on sale. So right now is the time to get those. I have a fundraiser open for Hurricane Helene and Milton relief that I can send you the link for, and you can use that for your purchase. So not only are you getting a little something for yourself, but you're also doing some good work and helping out those hurricane victims. Also on Tuesday, keep an eye on my Facebook feed. I'm going to be posting about this starting tomorrow. I'm going to be the featured consultant on Paper Chef Live Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So, yay, I'm really excited. We're going to be making chili cornbread. We're going to put together a charcuterie chili bar situation with all the toppings, and we're going to make some delicious hot spiced apple cider. You are not going to want to miss that. It's awesome. And then on Thursday, it's Halloween. So Thursday, we are actually going to be shifting our live up a little bit earlier. We're going to be doing this at about 4 o'clock. We're going to have a couple of appetizers and fun little things that I'm putting together for me and the kids before we go out and raid our neighborhood for Halloween candy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And then we're in November. What? We're in November. All right. So have a great rest of your night. Remember, tune in on Tuesday. Tune in on Thursday of next week. I would love to see you. Love to have your support because I'm a little bit nervous. especially about Tuesday, but I think it'll go well. All right, you guys have a great night. If you have any questions about the recipe, or if you'd like me to send you the recipe, just comment below and I will get that over to you. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye.